Greetings, fellow allies. Welcome to week 4 of our Community Allies Vacation Bible School. This week, our theme is connection, and our scripture is from the first letter to the Corinthians by Paul, chapter 12, verse 26. If one member suffers, all suffer together with it. If one member is honored, all rejoice together with it. As we think about this passage, let's also think about what we have been talking about in our previous sessions. Today is about connection, community, empathy, and seeing perspectives of ourselves and others. In this passage, God is telling us that if one person is suffering, then everyone suffers. An example of this is the way people of color are treated in the United States. When someone is treated unfairly, hurt, or killed because of the color of their skin, it hurts our whole society. Maybe you have seen how people have been working together around the country to stand up for each other as allies recently. Another word for that is solidarity. Racism doesn't affect everyone in the same way, but we can all stand in solidarity with Black Lives Matter or Native sovereignty movements, for example. And we can be in solidarity with environmental justice issues too. Think about an issue like climate change. Humans polluting the air causes the gases in the atmosphere to change. As the climate changes, places on Earth get hotter and drier. As it gets hotter and drier, fires are more likely to burn the land. When fires burn, they destroy homes of people and animals alike. Fires also destroy food sources, and people and animals can get seriously hurt or be killed. Every action affects others because we are all connected. God also tells us in this passage that if something good happens to one person, then it is good for everyone. When we seek justice and rights for one group of people, everyone benefits from that justice. When we take action to protect the environment, everything in that environment benefits. And just like we talked about that stormy feeling that happens inside us when we see injustice or experience it ourselves, when we work as allies or stand in solidarity, we can bring back that sunny feeling too. We are going to read a book called Say Something, written and illustrated by Peter Reynolds. While we read this book, I want you to think about any connections it has to our Bible verse. And remember, that was from the first letter to the Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 26. If one member suffers, all suffer together with it. If one member is honored, all rejoice together with it. And here is our story. This is inside the cover. Normally the dust jacket says say anything, but I don't have the dust jacket. But it does say the world needs your voice. And on the inside cover, there's all kinds of voices speaking. Let's right the wrong. Thank you. Let's make our world a more colorful place. I can. Think green. You've got a friend. Justice. Respect nature. United we stand. We've only just begun. Turn energy into action. Good karma begets good karma. Hate has no home here. Peace. Listen and learn. Say Something by Peter Hamilton Reynolds. The world needs your voice. Mine? Yes, yours. Go ahead. It doesn't need to be perfect, as long as it's from your heart. You don't have to be loud. Powerful words can be a whisper. You can say something in so many ways, with words, with action, with creativity. If you see someone lonely, say something by just being there for them. If you see an empty canvas, say something with your brush. If you see an empty lot, say something by planting a seed and watching it bloom. If you see someone being hurt, say something by being brave. Hey, stop. If you see something beautiful, say something with a poem. Painted meadow splashed with rainbows. If you have a brilliant idea, say something with confidence. Eureka! If you want to show the world who you are, say something with style. Ta-da! If you are angry, say something to help people understand. You made me feel invisible. That really hurt. I'm really sorry. If you see an injustice, say something peacefully. No more hurting people. Peace. Inspire others to do the same. Peace, 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 peace. Make more light. Sometimes you'll say something and no one will be listening, but keep saying what is in your heart and you will find someone who listens. Keep saying it and you may be surprised to find the whole world listening. If you are grateful for being alive, quietly say something to the stars, to the universe. Some people find it easier to say something than others. I hope, I believe, I wish, together we can. I imagine. But everyone has something to say. So when you're ready, say something. Your voice can inspire, heal, and transform. Your voice can change the world. Are you ready to say something? Peter Hamilton Reynolds. And here is the blank space where you can say something. The end. I thought that was a great story, and I loved how it reminded us of our connections, of how when we see someone being bullied, we can say something and stop them. How when we see beautiful flowers, we can be creative and draw pictures or sing songs about them. So I thought that was a good reminder to be inspired, to say something. Our role models for today also were inspired to say something, and their names are Greta and Jerome. And when you watch their videos, I want you to think about, how did they get started? Who were they talking to when they first started? Do you know? Can you find out? And then eventually, just like at the end of the story, first there was just one little birdie listening, and then there was a whole room full of birdies. And Greta and Jerome both kept saying what they had to say, and people started listening, more and more people. More and more people connected with what they had to say and realized that what they were saying had meaning in their own lives. And so they kept repeating what Jerome and Greta were saying. And that's how one person can start something and together make it bigger and bigger. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to show how we're all, or this week, how we're all connected and how we can join together and be something bigger. And so we're going to all make paper chains, and there's paper chains in your packet that you can cut up and make, and there's even a blank page. And if you have more ideas about ways to link important ideas to the paper chain, you can write them in. And then on Thursday, we're all going to get together and we're going to count our paper chains and see how much bigger we are together than we were separately. And the same thing with the jumping jacks or the jumping rope. How many can you do on your own? But when we count them all together, how many more jumping ropes or jumping jacks we can do? And then our last kind of fun and silly activity is to figure out if you can make 5 actions that will knock a toilet paper tube off a table. And this is called a Rube Goldberg machine. And nobody really needs 5 actions to knock a toilet paper tube off the table, but it's kind of funny, and it shows us how one thing can lead to another, and then eventually how we're all connected. So you should Google Rube Goldberg machines. There are some pretty amazing ones out there. I just watched one the other day that went all around somebody's whole yard, back and forth, and all kinds of things, all to put a basketball into a basketball hoop. It was kind of funny. I enjoy those. So I'm going to try and make one myself this week. So I hope that you have fun with the activities. I look forward to talking to you on Thursday and hearing all about your paper chains and your ideas and your connections. And one thing that we're going to do is when we get together on August 20th for our food bank collection and our final session, we're all going to bring our paper chains and we'll put it all together into one big paper chain that we can really see how we've all come together. So I hope you have a good week, and I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Bye.